Hallo zusammen! Long time no see! I might mostly speak English in this video just because that's just the way it is right now. I don't know. But anyways, my husband and I are about to run some errands in Langenfeld, and I wanted to take you guys with me. I also want to talk to you guys about some things because some things have been going on and I'm really excited. So we're gonna run a little errands, talk a little talk. Also, los geht's. Heute schneit es.
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar. Yeah, it looks so nice. I was hoping for snow and it ended up snowing, so I think it already snowed in Virginia a lot. My mom showed me it snowed a lot. And then while I was in Virginia not too long ago, it was snowing in Germany, so I kept missing the snow, but now es ist hier. Zuerst TK Maxx. This is my favorite spot in the store, the books. I really like this Pride and Prejudice book, actually. That looks cool, but it kind of has a little wrinkle right there. What are you looking at? Politics on the Edge. Genau. Cool. Here's another one that I like a lot. That might be... It definitely is one of my favorite books of all time. It used to be my absolute favorite. I just haven't written it. Or I haven't written it. I haven't read it in a long time. That also looks really cool. I like Edgar Allan Poe, but I think we recently already bought a whole collection of Edgar Allan Poe. Yeah, definitely. Oh my. That's definitely possible. And of course, we all love Tolkien around here. I think I got you one of these books one year for Christmas or something, by David Day.
I think the battles.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Look at that. I'm Ducko. Oh, Diggy Dachshund. Okay, on to the next spot. Are we going to Action now?
Okay.
Action. Mir ist kalt. Du auch? Dir auch?
Ein bisschen, ja. An den Ohren.
Ja. Sehr schön. Ich liebe Langenfeld. Wir haben alles hier. Wir haben TK Maxx, wir haben Thalia, wir haben Action, wir haben H&M und DM. Was denkst du?
Ja, es ist toll.
So first we need a box for Fritzi's toys because her toys are überall. Und das ist gut. Sie ist kurz, ja, sie ist ein Dackel, also das ist gut. Und oh yeah, I was gonna speak English in this video too. I don't know. And now we need a box that we can set her food, like her food bowl and her water bowl on, because she eats actually in her crate. It's just convenient for her. And we need it long enough to fit both things. No, that's not going to be long enough, is it? It needs to be longer. Ich weiß nicht. This is the best part of Action. This is where they have all the cool snacks and stuff. And sometimes drinks and candy. So I always like to take a look over here to see what they have. Yeah, sometimes they have stuff that's popular in the US too, like especially all this Reese's stuff and this Nutrageous bar. Yum! Ich liebe Erdnussbutter. Also jetzt Thalia. Einer meiner Lieblingsladen. I like to look at the book lover section. They always have really cute stuff. And I've definitely gotten some coffee mugs from over here. Very cute. I love these little book nooks. I have so many that I have to put together, but this one is like a bookshop. This is just kind of a cool sunshine town is what it's called. That's pretty cool. Guck mal, das ist sehr wichtig. Nur Schokoeis, ja? Okay.
Guten Appetit.
Guten Appetit. Ich muss es probieren. Oh meine Güte, das ist so lecker. Das ist von, nein, das kommt aus, oder das ist von, this is from unser Lieblings-Eisladen, Aurora, in Langenfeld, bei der Markthalle. Ja, Markthalle. Lecker, wirklich lecker. Also, ich bin wieder zu Hause. And I think I'm going to switch back to English right now because I have a lot to talk about. Well, maybe not a lot, but just I don't have the vocabulary level, I think, for what I want to talk about. So what have I been doing lately? So I am 34 years old, as maybe some of you know that already, but I never obtained a college degree. I never went to university. I did a little bit of college right out of high school. So in the United States, high school goes until 12th grade, and then after 12th grade, you can either apply to colleges or universities, or, no, there's Fritzy, or you can go to community college if your grades were not good enough, which was my situation, because I never cared about school. I didn't care at that age. I was very much a shitty little teenager, and I didn't take it seriously. So, but one thing that I was always interested in was English, and I actually always wanted to be an English teacher. I just did not have the correct motivation at that age. And I also got my first job, which was essentially a full-time job at the age of 16. And I started making money, and then that became really more of a focus for me than actually continuing my education, because in the United States, public education, once you get to college level, is not free. You have to pay, and you also have to pay for community college. Now, I would compare community college to the Volkshochschule here in Germany, but it's a little bit different because you can get degrees through community college. So for example, a 2-year degree would be an associate's, and you can get the 4-year degree, your bachelor's, but of course it does look better if you get the bachelor's degree from like a higher level, a nicer college or a university. So what a lot of people do, whether they did good or bad in high school, if they can't afford the full 4 years at one of these bigger colleges or universities, usually they'll do the first 2 years at community college. They will get their associate's degree, and then they will finish up their bachelor's degree at what we would consider a 4-year college, and then maybe get their master's if they want to do that. So I started at community college, and again, I was still in this mindset that I just didn't take it seriously. Not enough. I always valued education, and I just didn't like the institution aspect of it, I think. I didn't like going to school. I also always had really horrible social anxiety. And so going to school and working with other people or doing any kind of aspect of public speaking was very difficult for me, to the point where I just avoided it. And I still have those moments in my adult life where there are times when maybe I need to do something like that, and I find a way to avoid it because it makes me more comfortable, and I can just, But this year I told myself I am going to be different. I am going to work on myself, and also with my integration here in Germany, and just trying not to be afraid and talking to other people and just doing what I can to better myself, because I've never really worked on myself. I never really cared about myself. And so that's going to be different this year. At least that's my goal. So since I've moved to Germany, I've been working as a freelancer. Sometimes I will teach English as an additional language. And so specifically what I've been doing is teaching this government-funded class through a language school here in Germany. It's actually an American company. And we teach people that are unemployed in Germany. So they are German citizens, and they receive these classes, these English classes from the government to take. So it's free for them, essentially. And we basically teach them business English. So my focus has been business English. So anyways, I've been doing that for, I would say 3 years, or just about 3 years. And I've really enjoyed it. Of course, I've had struggles when it comes to like my social anxiety because even though I teach online, it still makes me nervous to be in front of people and to be talking in front of people. And then you're also the teacher, so they kind of depend on you to have the necessary knowledge. And there were some things I had to go back and study myself, like the grammar and just all different kinds of things, because as a native speaker, you don't always think about why you say certain things and the reason and the grammar. So anyways, but I do really enjoy it, and I enjoy helping people. That's something I've always kind of done in my life. I was always kind of working in the customer sector or the customer service field, and so I do like helping people, and I think as a teacher that you can make a difference for people. And I've had really great relationships with people that I've been able to teach, and it's been fun. So I thought, yes, this is what I want to do, and I really enjoy teaching adults, and that's what I've been doing since I've been in Germany, and it's been a lot of fun. I think there's a lot you can do with adults that maybe you can't really do when you're teaching children. It's a little bit of a different. I've never taught children before, and something that I would like to try. I wouldn't mind, but I just really enjoy teaching adults. So there are a couple of things that I want to do. One thing is getting an English bachelor's degree. That's pretty much the first step for me. And I have reached out to a university, which is also recognized here in Germany as an accredited university. And it's called European University Cyprus. And so they have an English studies program, a bachelor's program that I can do completely online. The only time I would need to go to Cyprus is for the written exams, which makes sense. But I just thought, man, that's perfect. And then with Germany, in order to see if they actually recognize a university or college as being accredited and acceptable, you have to go on, I think it's pronounced Anabin, and check the university and see if it has the symbol that shows that it's good. So the symbol is like an H and a plus sign. And so this university has that, which is great. They have exactly the bachelor program that I would like to do. Of course, it's a 4-year program and it's full time. So I'm 34. So if I'm lucky, that's the one thing. That's the one caveat. I have to see if I actually get accepted into the program. That's something I'm waiting on. So I was unsure if I should even talk about it yet, but I'm so excited and have been really doing a lot with this lately that I just want to talk about it. And you know what? If it doesn't work out this year, I'm being different. I'm not going to let it get me down. I will figure something out. I will figure another path out. But that's what I want. That's the number one choice for me so far. And I've already contacted the college and have applied, and they are very nice. The admissions person I've been in contact with has been very friendly and helpful, and the only thing that I am waiting on are my transcripts from my high school. So they want my transcripts, of course, which shows my grades from high school, which were not good. But I did graduate high school somehow. So I did have my diploma, which is basically the certificate showing that you completed high school. So I have that. I turned that into her already. They wanted a copy of my passport. I sent that to her. They also needed a passport size photo, which we are going to be giving to them as well. And I think that's everything. I think that's everything they needed. So right now I'm just waiting on my transcripts because I had to request them from the school records office, and they basically might take a while to get the records, and because they have to look for them, I guess. And I'm not sure how it works, but I put in my request. I just don't know how long it will take. So I'm hoping that with the documentation I have now that I can still go through the enrollment process, and if I am accepted, I could be going there as soon as next month in February. So I'm just like crossing my fingers and drücke die Daumen, and I'm nervous and I'm hoping that it works out. But like I said, if it doesn't work out, I will research and figure something out. So that's the first thing, is trying. And I didn't expect everything to be so fast. It's also, if I am able to go to enroll by the spring semester, which starts in February, I will save a lot of money on tuition, because it is a private university, so I do have to pay for tuition. The reason why I did not choose a public university in Germany is because, well, first of all, it's more complicated in general, and then my language level in German is just not good enough. It's not good enough, and I want to do an English degree anyway, so of course I kind of wanted the program to be in English. Yeah, so that's basically the situation. I needed a higher level, a language level in German for a public university, and it's a little bit more complicated. I think it's a lot harder for someone like me with my qualifications to get into an actual German university. Which is fine. It's no big deal. So, and who knows what the future holds. If my language level, ever does get to that point where I could do something like that, I wouldn't mind doing some kind of study in Germany or anything, maybe a certification. I would like that. But anyway, so sorry, I'm blabbing a lot, but I'm really excited about everything. So then I was doing research. Well, actually, my husband kind of brought it up, but he was doing research, and then I did a little bit of research, and we found this, the CELTA program. And CELTA is basically a certificate for teaching the English language to adults. And it's actually a pretty highly regarded certification. And it would really help me because I would like to teach English as a second language or as an additional language to people. And this would really open a lot of doors for me. So that would be great. I just heard that it is very rigorous. They tell you, do not do anything else if you do CELTA. So now, and the CELTA program would be in November, because of course I want to do the online program, because it's in Berlin. So yeah, that's going to be interesting, but I didn't know that it could be a possibility for me to go to the actual university so soon. I was thinking I might have to wait until next year to start. So I don't know what to do now. Because with CELTA, I went ahead and so there's an application that you have to do. So I did the application, and then they ask you, on the application, they have some grammar exercises just to see kind of where you're at with the language, with English. And then I had to write some things about some topics. And they got back to me. And so you also have to do an interview to see if you'll get accepted into this kind of certification process, this program. And I do have an interview with them scheduled on February 10th. So it's kind of like, oh crap, everything is happening at once, and now I don't know what the right thing to do is, because if I get accepted into the university, I feel like that's my main focus right now, is starting my college journey and getting that together, and then I could possibly do CELTA, after college is completed. But I'm also thinking, well, I don't really have a full-time job right now. It's not like when I lived in the United States and I was working for Geico and I was working 10 hours a day and, barely had time for anything else outside of work. It's not like that here. I have a lot more flexibility. I'm very lucky, very thankful for that. And that's also the reason why I was like, man, right now at this point in my life, this is the best time to go after my education, to do something about it. Because that's always been the biggest regret in my life is that I never went to college, that I never got a degree. And that always was like in the back of my mind, always haunting me. And now that I have a possible opportunity, I'm so happy and I'm ready. You know, I'm 34, and after having life experience and all of that, it's made me realize what's really important to me. And I'm definitely more mature now to handle this, I think. And yeah, I hope it all works out. We'll see. But anyways, I've been talking straight for 11 minutes or something like that, maybe more than that now. So that's what's been going on. That's why I've been a little bit MIA, missing in action, because I've been kind of doing a lot of research on that and seeing where it goes. But today I wanted to take you guys with me. We finally got out of the house and ran a couple errands, and we ended up only buying that basket for Fritzy's toys. So anyways, but it's great because we needed that. But yeah, thank you guys. I really want to include these videos. I want them to be in every aspect of my life. Maybe not the really, really private things, but these videos are really like also a journal for me, and I like to look back and see how I'm adjusting to living in Germany and what I'm doing too. And so I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you don't mind when I sometimes speak English. Oh, that's another thing I've done. So another goal of mine this year is to hopefully get a little bit better with German. I still struggle a lot when speaking, so I downloaded this app. I think it's called Praktika, and it's basically a KI app, which I'm not, yeah, okay, AI can be bullshit sometimes, but it's actually really helpful for this situation. I basically can talk to this AI character in German, and it's because it's AI, it's very open. We can talk about anything, but they also give me topics to focus on, and it corrects me when my grammar is wrong. And I can also press a word. If I don't know a word, I can press the word. I can save it as like a vocabulary word, so I can study it and go back and look at it. It's really helpful. So before bed every night, I just go on there. I just practice for like 15 minutes. I just started out 15 minutes to see if it's actually legit or not, and so far it's really good. So and I'm not sponsored or anything like that. I just wanted to tell you guys about that. And I will put the information in the description box below in case you're interested. For Praktika, you do have to pay for that. I can't remember how much it costs because I'm on a free trial right now. But yeah, if I find out the cost, I'll put that in the description box too for you in case you're interested. But anyway, sorry, this was a very talky video. But if you listened to the whole thing, thank you. I appreciate that. This is so nett. Dankeschön. And yeah, I will go ahead and edit this video now and upload it tonight. And I hope to see you guys next time. Also, bis nächstes Mal. Tschüss!